Hi friends, my name is Emily and welcome to the 7-Eleven 11/11 Make-A-Wish newsletter for Wish You Were Here. In today's newsletter, I am going to be talking to you about something super special, a city that I really love, which is New York City. And today's wish is going to be that, which also I feel like I need to come to the camera a little bit closer, okay, and like have a little combo real quick. I'm really nervous to make this newsletter, okay? I'm really nervous to make this newsletter. Currently, when I'm recording this, it is a little after 7 p.m. I am on my way to a concert, okay, a local concert here in Austin. And I'm just a little bit nervous to be making this. I've been procrastinating making it so long. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. There's a couple things that I want to show you, okay, as well before we talk about making the wish. But this newsletter is all about, you guessed it, New York City, babe. New York City, okay? So let's get into why 3 years ago I was able to join as a second shooter on a honeymoon elopement in New York City. And it was one of the most fantastic experiences as a photographer, but also as an individual exploring New York City. So from that trip, right, which we're going to talk about what even is a honeymoon elopement and why New York City makes for such a great place for it, and why I would be such a fantastic photographer for you if you are looking to have a wedding or get eloped, or honestly just going and visiting New York City and you want someone to be there with you and document your time there. Okay, I digress. The thing that I'm going to show you real fast is actually also just like a quick, okay, I'm a little bit nervous, okay? I know I've said this, at least I've tried these a couple takes. I'm really nervous to be making this. So you know how on July 1st newsletter, I had recorded it up at Long Center. It was like a public place and I was really nervous and it was just like a different version of Emily. So the version of Emily that you're seeing is still very nervous because this topic is very near and dear to my heart, and there's a lot of emotion that comes behind these stories as well. And sorry, I've got like incense going over here, and they tie a lot to my story as well, like my personal story, but also a story as a photographer. So just like sharing that with you before we get into anything like this as a pre-topic, okay? What I'll show you first is when you click onto the newsletter, right? This is like an awkward squat level. When you click onto the newsletter, can you see that? It's going to be the picture of this. Okay, this was from last Make-A-Wish, but it's gonna be this. It's just gonna be a little bit of talking about it, and then that's it. So when you click on this, it'll be the video that we are talking about, and then later on, oh, actually, sorry, I actually apologize. Guys, I told you I was really nervous about this. I really was, okay? When you click on this, I'm really sorry, I pulled up the wrong one. There's gonna be a link that says how to elope in New York City, and it's gonna bring you to this page, okay? It's gonna bring you to this page. This webpage, okay? emilywisch.com/how to elope in New York City. Okay, and it's a guide to couples on how to elope in New York City. And it talks you through like what is an elopement, why you should elope. It talks about what we're gonna go through on your discovery call. So everything from like time of year, what time are y'all thinking of actually doing this trip? We're gonna be talking about locations, like any locations around the city that hold sentimental value, or any locations around the city that you are wanting to explore. We're gonna talk about different vendor options so that when you, actually I'm gonna have a seat right now. Actually, no, I want to keep it because I want to show you. It's just like, I run an awkward squat here. We're going to talk about vendors, right? So while you're there visiting New York City, you're going to also have like maybe a team with you, or like people that you get it, right? Like florists, okay, like hotels, picking things like that. Permits, any permits that we need for actually photography purposes. We're going to talk about best time to actually take this trip, all right? Information on like fall. You're trying to go through fall. You're trying to go in the spring, you're trying to go in summer, you're trying to go in winter. Like, what time of year do you want to visit New York City? We're gonna talk about different locations in the city, personal places that I have explored. We're gonna talk a little bit more about my behind the scenes and like me visiting New York City, especially last summer, 2023 of July, which is another reason why July is dedicated to New York City. Some quick tips when booking and eloping. Again, just more information about vendors throughout. Just a little statement. I don't know if you can see all of that. Excuse me. Just a couple more information, just like things that you would want to read through, okay? A little bit of a guide, and then this is where you would, there's little call to actions about like, let's chat, like book your discovery call. So as you're going through it, if you're just like, yep, this is me and this is exactly what I want. And then that's just the rest of my footer and my webpage. Also really quick, actually I'm gonna sit back down for this one, okay? And then I'll come back up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this post, I also get nervous about talking about, right? Because anything that you talk into existence. And so I have the opportunity to either share things that I'm really excited about and have happened over these past 3 years since going on this trip. And again, it's been 3 years. Like summer is a really big, how do I say it? Like anniversary for me, because it's when I sold my house. It's also when I bought my house, like same time. So summer holds a lot of that for me. And summer now, like, you get what I'm trying to say, okay? You get what I'm trying to say. So it just holds a very sentimental place in my heart. And when I go through here, because for example, like as much as I'm excited about the things that I've done in the past 3 years, there's also a part of me that's like, man, and here's the thing, actually I'm gonna come a little bit closer for this. Here's the thing too, right? Because everything happens for a reason. And I don't want to sit here and say like, oh, I wish I would have done this, right? I wish I would have, for example, I'll show you this one right now, and then that way maybe you'll understand what I'm talking about. So picture me this. It's July of 2021. I just sold my house. I had recently gotten out of a long-term relationship. I was single. I was working on myself and my business. My business was really thriving. And I had this incredible opportunity to go to New York City, right? And there was a photo session that came from it that afterwards, because this photo session also inspired a lot for me. It was a same-sex couple. And for me at the time, I was still in the closet. I am just now this November celebrating 3 years of coming out as bisexual. So this elopement for me was also really special because it allowed me to witness a love that I had like never been able to photograph before in such an intimate and intentional way. So the long story short is, when I look back at these, right, because these are the actually, there's all those little photos of me in New York City too we're gonna talk about. But for this purposes, right, gosh darn it, Emily. I forgot to set it up with these. Here, let me see it real fast. Okay, got it. So I told you you're gonna see a different version of Emily tonight. And I like was not kidding, and I hope that I'm not disappointing right now. So all of these photos, which I don't know if you can see or not, but all of these photos are my favorite photos from this elopement in New York City. And I never posted them any. I never posted them just for like so many reasons that I'm not gonna get into right now. And so there's a part of me that when I look back on this, I'm like, man, Emily, your life could look different. Your business could look a lot different had you started promoting your work 3 years ago when truly, again, like your brand was really taking shape and form. And again, this video for me and this like news post for this Wish is really important because I don't want to say, oh, I wish I would have again, like, I really hope that you can see these up close. Which I do plan on making a blog post, right? Like everything happens for a reason. Like maybe I wasn't supposed to, here, like, oh, I'll show one of my favorites. Maybe I wasn't supposed to share my work. Like, you know, pictures at Brooklyn, on Brooklyn Bridge. Do you know what I mean? Like these incredible photos, like maybe my time is now to share them. So the point of this is, another one, oh, Brooklyn Bridge. We love it. We love it so much. The long story short is I don't want to get to this and think, oh, I wish I would have done it, because we're doing it now. Because now we're going to go back, and the behind the scenes I'm going to show you is the landing page that I built this on Show It. I built this landing page. I built my website, and it's something that I had started rebuilding in 2022. So 2022, that was 2 years ago in the spring. And it's something too that I'm like, if you had started sharing your work, if you had started sharing behind the scenes of creating this landing page, you may have more bookings with honeymoon elopements in New York City. You may be having more clients with your like website, like web design business. But all of that to say is that, like, also, had I had done that previously, like, I may not be the person that I am right now, and I really love the person that I am right now. And so this newsletter is going to be the wish that I wish. And actually, you know what, hold on, we're gonna hold the wish because remember we have a cupcake still, and we are still gonna make our wish on our candle. But anyways, this is just the fun behind the scenes of me actually creating the landing page. So I just took you through it of what it looks like on the actual desktop version of it. This is when you design it in desktop version. So this is like how I design it here. And then if I were to go to mobile, this is me, how I design it on mobile. And again, I designed through Show It. It's a lot of fun. I absolutely love it. But again, there's a part of me that always thinks, had I shared the making of this page, had I shared the like editing of these photos, all those types of things. But again, I talked about how in this video before, like, I'm getting so nervous. I'm really, this is it, all right? I'm not gonna apologize. I'm just gonna show you my work because that's what I wanted to do. And that's what this newsletter was about. We haven't made the wish yet. I'm getting too ahead of myself, okay? If I look back in this and say, Emily, you were a little bit chaotic right now. That's okay, okay? Because also we are about to go to a concert. We're going to a concert solo for the second time. So the last time I went, it doesn't even matter. I'm also procrastinating telling you this by telling you that story, okay? You just need to know that I'm nervous because I'm also heading out to go to a concert, like a solo concert. It's a date night by myself. And I'm nervous about that too, okay? I'm nervous about that, and I'm nervous about this newsletter, and I'm nervous about sharing behind these scenes for you, okay? So you need to understand that last July of 2023, I had the opportunity to live in New York City for a couple of weeks. And I had the opportunity to bring my piano around New York City. Also, the battery is blinking on this, and I really hope it doesn't die. Yikes, Emily Louise, I cannot believe you. Anyways, here we are, okay? Got to play my piano in New York City. Got to play my piano on the Brooklyn Bridge, also Central Park. This is also me and my nature book in New York City. And so the point of this also is, now I'm so nervous that my battery's gonna run out. When I post this, I'm just gonna say good job, babe, because you were literally so nervous. And the point of this was to have a wish, right? An 11/11 wish, even though it's at a PM. And so technically if you're doing military time, it's 22:11, which is fine, okay? It's fine, we're not gonna think about that. We're just gonna talk in 12 hours, okay? It's 11:11 p.m. when you're seeing this. I'm about to make a wish. I hope that you are able to make a wish wherever you are. And before I forget, if you are trying to find more information about my business, you can follow me on my website at emilywisch.com. That's EMILYWISCH.com. In the header and in the footer, there's also a link for how to elope in New York City. With more information, if you have any questions, please reach out. And I'm gonna go ahead and make my wish. That I wish that anyone who has it in their heart that would like to book a service through this and is wanting intentional and intimate photos in New York City and or also other cities around, right? But also this one's dedicated to New York City. I hope and I wish that they are able to find it and that they are able to reach out and connect and everything works out, right? Because it's how cool is it to think that there are couples currently right now who are meeting, who are getting together, who in the future I could photograph, okay? They're eloping somebody. So we love it. I love it so much. Yay! Okay, I love you friends so much and I hope you have delicious. I hope you have a really great Thursday. I am going to upload this. I am going to go to this concert and then I'll be back by 11:11 p.m. to send this out. Love you so much, friends. And oh, also, fun behind the scenes, right? We're just gonna go until this battery dies or until I officially close it. So you also need to know that self-portraits through these past 3 years have also been a really healing process. As today is also, actually, I don't even know if I want to talk about it, but I don't even want to bring it up. Okay, I don't even want to bring it up. Just know that self-portraits are was a really big healing thing for me in these past 3 years. And last night I was able to get one with 7-Eleven, the gas station, because today is July 7th, 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, you can still get a free, is it like a slushie or a Slurpee? I don't remember, but anyways, cheers, friends. Okay, cheers. I love it so much. Now that I know that now that I know that we're done with the video, this might get a little bit fun, okay? Also, maybe do you want to see my outfit of what I'm wearing, okay? We just love a classic black on black. Honestly, this is what I wear to photograph weddings all the time, and it's just like, I love it so much. Then we got our crazy kicks for our Vans. All right, crazy kicks. I don't know if you can see that. I am procrastinating. This right here is you seeing Emily procrastinate. And I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna go upload this. And then we're gonna go to this concert and we're gonna have a great time. And they're gonna come back and we're gonna send this 11/11 newsletter. So, love you so much, friends. Okay. Oh, I'm so nervous about posting this because I feel so silly, but I told you in the beginning, this was just a different version of Emily. Okay, this is like a little bit, okay. We're doing great. We love you so much. Okay. All right, love you, friends. Bye.